This is a 1994, Ibanez ATK100, made in Japan. These basses originally came fully passive, so just volume and tone with a two-way switch for series and parallel. The ATKs typically are known for the 3-coil pickup. It's 2 regular coils with a dummy coil in the middle. However, this one, the ATK100s, only came with a 2-coil pickup. This one I've modded a little bit. I've added an EMG BTC preamp, so the concentric bass and treble, and I've wired it for 18 volts. And then as far as the wiring for the pickup, I've rewired that as well. I found a old strap pickup with a ceramic magnet on the bottom, and just removed the magnet and wired that into this switch to act as a dummy coil. So now I have it wired for parallel, and then up is the neck coil, but with the dummy coil, so that it eliminates the hum to kind of get close to sort of like a P-bass sound. The other thing I did, so these basses from the factory come with there's a cap on, I believe when it's in parallel mode, I think it's wired as a bass cut, but I took that out as well, so now it's just the pickup full blown to the switch, to the preamp, and then to the volume, and then out. So we're going through Streamliner, Gensben Streamliner 600. We're gonna go boost the low mids instead of this is 220 hertz. You have option to 500 or 2.5, but we're gonna stick to the 220 because this is more of an equivalent to a Stingray, and I think the low mid bump helps. And then bass is turned down a little bit, treble turned up a little bit, which is about flat for this amp. So here's parallel. The preamp is set to flat. I normally don't touch the preamp much. I might boost the bass a little bit when in the single coil mode, and maybe turn down the treble a little bit on the parallel, but just flat, I think this bass sounds great. It's currently strung up with DR Black Beauties 105 to 45. So these are coated stainless steels on a round core. And yeah, so here's parallel. And currently I've been playing this in my main band. We tuned down a half step, so this is E flat standard. And then going to single coil. We turn down treble and bass, going back to parallel. And then same thing for single coil. Let's go back to parallel. Just take the treble up to the center D10. Then bring up bass to center. So, with preamp flat, it's already pretty bright. Going to single coil, we'll take it down. Everything's at 0. Okay, bring up the treble to center D10. And then bass center D10. A little pick playing for songs with like a P bass sound, this is kind of what I go with, and maybe I'll boost the bass just a tad. Yeah, just helps it out. Bump it a little bit more. Back to parallel, do a little slap. With these basses, so with the way the bridge is oriented, you can only do string through the body. And typically I usually don't do that. Like I've had American Fender basses in the past with the string through body. I normally just went through the bridge. But this one I really like. I think it really helps the sustain and just the overall girth of the notes. It really cuts through and helps. Yeah, so, and I guess just for fun, since Greg K from The Offspring played an ATK, gotta do some pre-fly for the white guy, right? So there you have it, 94 ATK100. I've always really liked Stingray type basses, and I've always seen these, but I've never really played or heard them live before. But I will say I really like this, especially as like a cheaper alternative to a Stingray. The neck and the fretwork on this is great. And I think it sounds amazing, and when people say it's a Stingray killer, I buy into that. I think it's great. So yeah, 94 ATK100. Thanks.